type of broth. Boom. Water. Veggies. Strong I am. Strong I am. Wash your veggies. Okay, guys. I've already showed you the introduction on, the vegetables, and, wash your vegetables because nobody wants to, catch none of that bacterial stuff, So, as you've seen, I put the, look at that arm. Look at that arm. This is what we're trying to get down. The whole purpose of this soup is the soup, when you make something by accident, and I had already been on, looking up, not a diet, because I'm not trying to get on a diet, but I'm just trying to eat a little more healthier. So I was looking it up, and it says something about cabbage soup. I tried the cabbage soup, and I really couldn't eat cabbage every day. So it's just like I got a whole bunch of vegetables, and I just threw them in there. So like stuff like this, I'm trying to get it down. I started it, and like in 2 weeks, I lost 15 pounds along with drinking water, and I wasn't even really exercising too much. I would just go walking probably like 2 times a week out of those 2 weeks. So maybe 4 times a month. But yeah, this soup, I'm going to go ahead and swear by this soup. And yeah, you guys are gonna get it popping like me. Like, let's get it popping. It's almost summertime. It's almost summertime. We gotta get it popping. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start with our onion. We're gonna cut off the top. I'm just gonna show you how I do it. I'll show you how I do it. I just cut off the top and the bottom. Boom. Cut the side, take the side off. I'll probably time lapse this part. You guys are gonna see me cry. You guys are gonna see me shed a couple tears, but it's okay. They're happy tears because I'm trying to get these pounds down. Okay, so before I even started trying to get the pounds down, your girl almost hit 300 pounds. So your girl can't be walking around 300 pounds. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about people that are 300 pounds. Like, big is beautiful. Like, you skinny hoes is out. Like, nah, I'm just kidding. We're all beautiful. We're all beautiful in our skin. But me personally, I'm trying to get a little slim because I gotta taste a little slim. Like, look, I'm still a little slim. Like, 2 weeks of the soup. So, like, see, look, I was like out here a minute ago. So you see, like, we're trying to get it popping. I mean, it's almost summertime. Okay, so get your onion. I cut it in half. The onion, my dad has always taught me, like, the onion gives anything the flavor. So I always take this little green part out of the middle too. Take this little green part out. Cut any discoloration off. I don't do discoloration. I don't do it. We're gonna cut that. And you guys, I'm not a professional cook. I'm not gonna say I don't know how to cook, but like, I'm not a cooker. I just be cooking so I can eat. But this soup here, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to swear by it. Eat it every day. Eat it every day. Usually I don't even cut them in half, but we're gonna cut them in half today. So, wash my hands. Always wash your hands. Somebody came to my house and they was dealing with chicken, they was dealing with vegetables, they was dealing with the pot, they was dealing with the spoon, the refrigerator. Didn't even wash their hands. And I'm looking like, do I tell them something? Like, try to get rid of that. We gotta do some of this. Gotta do some of that. Let the broth get to a boil. And what we do is we let the broth and water mixture boil a little bit, then we put the onions in there. So I'm a little boggled now because I am recording and I don't usually record. And you guys, I am a single mom. I have my own place. I'm established, so if you guys see my pot a little scratched up on the bottom, you see, like, not like professional nice spoons, whatever, it's because I'm surviving. Like, just like you're surviving, I'm surviving, bitch. Like, I'm surviving. I'm trying to do the best that I can. start cutting our vegetables up. Maybe I shouldn't start with this. I'm only gonna put a half of this freaking cabbage inside there because I only have like a little, it's not a little pot, it's big, but with all these vegetables, I always end up saving like a little bit. Usually have my bag. Use one of the bags that your vegetables come out of for your trash. Alright. Okay, so I'm not gonna start with the cabbage. I'm gonna start with the zucchini. And I like making big chunks, like it's gonna be like some rustic soup. I set it to the side, boom. Cut the bottom and top off. Big chunks I like. Of course for the kids I have to slice it up. But that's okay. Alright, let's stop jumping like that. Okay, so we got those, boom. Do I have a bowl? What's that? What's that? Okay, I don't have a bowl. So next we have our green zucchini. We're gonna cut the bottom and top off, boom. And you know, before when I used to cook, all my food used to look like the same color. So it's just like when you introduce vegetables, it brightens up the whole freaking, like it brightens up the whole, you know, sequence. And right here I have, this is kale. Kale on the cob, no. Kale on the stalk, because getting kale in the bag, I really feel like they're not quality pieces. They're like little torn pieces. So I went ahead and got some kale on the stalk. Let's get it popping with the kale on the stalk. So we're gonna cut big pieces like we cut with the squash. And this, it looks big right now, but I'm gonna take this off the stalk. I don't deal with discoloration. You see that? I don't deal with that. I don't do discoloration. Okay. The broth is about to bubble. You guys, I'm a little silly, so you guys are just gonna have to accept me for who I am. Okay, like you're gonna have to accept me. Okay, so with these two potatoes, I just cut across, and I cut across and across like that. I don't cut little squares because, like I said, I like big chunks. I like big chunks. Anything big is good. Make sure you put them to the side somewhere. Always make sure, like discoloration, cut that junk off. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Cut that mess off because, what is that? Boom. Boom. Okay, sliding. I'm trying to get my portions together because I'll cut too many and it won't fit in my thing. And yeah, I can save some, but I'll just be trying to go into a flow. Like I say, like all the time, like serio, como serio, como serio, como serio, como serio. Yay! Okay, so we got those in here. Boom, boom. Oh, and as a side, this is a yam, and I think I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get just one because this one's pretty big. And I usually cut them in like fries type I usually cut them in like fry type shape, but I'm going to keep it in a circle. I'm gonna cut them like circle, like across. So this is our yam and sweet potato thing that I'm gonna show you guys. Always, as you're cooking, throw your stuff away or you're gonna be looking crazy when it's time to just chill and relax and wait for the food to cook. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and peel these off right now. Hopefully my brown turkey is gonna be okay, so we have our broccoli. We're just gonna cut some of the long stalks off. So you see the broth boiling. So I'm just going to dump these in here. And those are gonna boil for a little bit. And I also have to put some oil. Okay, so you're just gonna boil like that much in there. Maybe that was a little too much, but maybe like 2-3 tablespoons of oil. So we're gonna let that cook, and I come back and season the broth when the onions look a little, you know, a little wilted. Okay, now that we have a good boil with our broth and things, like I said, I go ahead and season it right about right now. So these are all the seasonings that I use. Like I said, guys, I'm not a cook. So these are just the things that I pulled out of the cabinet. These are the things that I just threw in there. I know this is good. I don't really use regular salt anymore. This is like a world-renowned seasoning. Boom, you can't go wrong with garlic salt. Thyme is one of my favorite, what do you call it, an herb? And you can't go wrong with black pepper, and you dang well can't go wrong with some Old Bay seasoning. And then I have my paprika in the back. So I just do it like one at a time. I put a little bit. What I learned from my dad is like it's all about layering. It's all about layering your we're gonna put about that much in right now. It's about that much in. And here comes the Goya adobo. We're gonna put about that much in. Boom. And here we go with the garlic salt. Boom. I really was trying to get away from the salt thing. So here we come with the thyme. We're gonna just, cause look, it's an open top. So you gotta like do some of this. You gotta do that because even that was a little too much. So then you get your pepper. And like I said, you're gonna be layering these flavors. So you're just flavoring the broth right now. So that's about good enough of that. You get your Old Bay. You get your peach Old Bay. And you just sprinkle that in there like that. Oh. Sprinkle that whole in there like that. And then get your paprika. This comes out really fast, so you gotta just do it like that. Boom. Okay, so now, I usually put these in during the time I put the other vegetables in. So we're just gonna let this cook like this for a second. And we've already have our, all of our vegetables chopped up. So these are all our vegetables. I know things don't look like how the normal YouTubers and even just regular videos look, but this is what this looks like right here. Look at my ashy hands. It's okay though. At least I got hands. Some people don't have no hands. So we're gonna get it popping with this, and stay tuned. Okay, so now we have our area clean, and we're gonna go in with our side dish that we're gonna have. What we're gonna do actually first is we're going to preheat the oven to let's see, 375. Boom. We're gonna press start. Boom. Okay. So right here we have our clean area, and like I said, this is, I cut off the top. This is gonna be our side, you know, our side dish. You cut off the top, boom. This right here is a sharp A knife, I'm telling you. Because cutting through these, anybody that eats these, I don't know if this is a yam or a sweet potato. I think this is a yam. But anybody that eats these knows this is yam too. Okay, so I guess we're doing all yams. So I cut it about this big. Actually, let me do a little bigger. That big, yeah. Because I want them to cook. I don't want them to cook too slow. So the thicker they are, the longer it takes to cook. I'm not trying to waste time. I'm trying to have it done by time is done. So I really like this strong yam. I just try my best. And as long as you're trying your best, and not just saying you're trying your best, then you're doing good. So with these, you're going to get this is how I do it. It's not, I'm not gonna say it's not healthy, but it's more sugary. So I get a bag. Boom. And I put these in it. But first, let's straighten up a little bit more. Let's straighten up. Always keep your work area clean. Because at the end, like, if you don't, it's like, dang, you got this whole big old mess, and it feels overwhelming, and you end up not doing it. Like, I'm talking to those people that are like me. Like, I had to learn, like, clean as you go, because you ain't gonna want to do all that cleaning after you done cooked the food, you done made the food, you done ready, you ready to eat, and it's like, you really can't eat comfortably because. Okay, so with this, we're only gonna cut half of this because that's all that's gonna fit inside. So when you cut it in half, we're going to cut this part out. We're gonna cut this part off. Okay. So I like big chunks, so we're gonna do big chunks. Like, I like big pieces of cabbage. Like, the big pieces, I love those. It's like, it tastes meaty, like. It tastes meaty. Okay, so we got all this stuff chopped up. And now I think it's time to put the vegetables in, actually. So we're gonna do a short take for that. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now is put the vegetables inside. Put the vegetables in here. So we have our potatoes and our squash in here, and because these are the hardest vegetables and it's gonna take the longest to cook. So we're just gonna like plop these in here. And because I don't have any more broth, it's kind of just like gonna steam the vegetables. It's gonna steam them. I don't suggest you guys do it like that. Maybe I'll put more water in it. Like, I just be going as I go. And it's not really the same soup every day. Like, you can make you a big pot of soup and have that soup for the time being. And then like maybe switch it up, maybe have potatoes, squash, carrots, shrimp. I've done it like that. I've had shrimp, carrots. Like, I just mix them all up. Like, it's good. It's so good. Okay, so we're gonna let these cook. And so what we have left is the kale, cabbage, and the broccoli. So we're gonna wait until the potatoes get a little soft. Not too soft, because I waited before and the potatoes got too soft and everything else had to cook still. So let's put these in, and always check your potatoes to see if they are soft or not, or like if the fork can barely go inside the potato. That's when you put this stuff in there. Okay, so where we're at now is we're at the yam part, and so the thing is already heated. This is my thing. It probably wasn't this color. It was this color when it first started, but this thing has been, you know, sent down the line through everybody. So I'm going to cover it with foil. You have this like that. You're gonna take your olive oil. This piece of light is annoying. Anyway, guys, you guys are gonna have to just accept me for who I am. Like, I'm a beginner. Not I'm a beginner, but like, this is what I can do right now. So we're gonna take our olive oil. brown sugar, honey. So, okay, we got our bag of sweet potatoes, or yams, or whatever they are. You're gonna pour quite a bit, not too much because this stuff is expensive. You're gonna pour like, look. You're gonna pour about that much in there. And so, my brown sugar will... And what we're going to do is we're going to dump, let me do it with my hands, I don't want these big old chunks in here. This is probably like 2 tablespoons. You're going to just pour some of this stuff in there. Try not to make a mess because you know how sugar gets around. You want to put enough to where it'll coat all of them. So that's going to be, that's going to be it. But we're still putting the honey in it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pour the honey in there. Just going to pour hell honey. Ooh, that should be good. Okay. So what I do usually is I take the bag up and I just go like this. I take the bag up and go like this. Oh, there is a hole. I was just thinking in my head, oh man, I hope there's no hole in it. Yeah, so you just make sure it coats all of your pieces because you don't want to waste any of your stuff that you have. You don't want to waste it, so. There's a hole. So, okay. It should be all good now. On a puppy? Hell yeah! Okay, so now you're going to place your pieces in here. Place your pieces. Hey, you're gonna have to relax in there. It's probably not gonna fit. Amira, you need to back on up. Okay, so just try and kind of place them to where they'll all fit and kind of like administer some of the stuff on the top. You want it on the top because that's when it's nice and yummy. Don't turn it down because I've been trying to move fast, so I need it to cook fast. The time's going fast. Have you guys noticed the time is going pretty fast? It's already dang near the middle of 2021. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is pop them in the stove. We're gonna pop them in the stove. I put them on the top rack. And that right there is just gonna cook in there nice and cool. This is bubbling and it's ready for the other vegetables. So we're gonna go ahead and slap the other vegetables in there. Okay. We're just put it in there like this. Like so. I'm also going to put, because I love mushrooms in soup. Like I like pho. I like pho with the so pretty much, it looks like it's too much in here, but these are going to wilt, these are going to wilt, and it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be a big pot of awesome sauce. But what I do want to do is actually, okay, so now you see that we have our vegetables on the top, and what I'm going to do is, we're going to turn this down. We want to overturn it, like, we want to get the green stuff at the bottom, so the potatoes don't turn into mush. So we're gonna try and do this without making too much of a mess. And I never could get like the right timing down because I don't like my stuff mushy. I don't like it mushy. I like it like, you know, just cooked. this to the back, actually. We're gonna move this to the back. Actually, we're gonna put some more water. We're gonna put some more water in it. We're gonna put some more water, about that much. I'm gonna get all that green stuff at the bottom. Boom. And you wanna taste how the broth juice tastes, just so you know how to season it further. I can tell that it needs a little real. Oh, I forgot my freaking bay leaf. I put about like 3 bay leaves in there. I don't know how the bay leaf thing works, but I put 3. I put 3 bay leaves. 3 whole bay leaves. And they look like this, but they look like this. Bay leaf. So I put 3 of them holes in there. And I'm gonna make sure that I push it into the juice so it flavors the juice. Hey, honey, let's be sweet, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna put like a little real salt in there. Okay, so I think it needs some more Old Bay as well. Yeah, so you want to season the broth, then you want to season it after when you take it out of the not when you take it out, when you put the vegetables in. Right? Let's see. Go ahead and I could go ahead and put my my mushrooms in there now, since everything is basically already done. Because like I said, I don't really like it mushy. Yeah, the potatoes are almost done. So we're gonna go in with our mushrooms. You of course have to put these in last because you don't want your mushrooms being super soggy. So let's go with the mushrooms. I like a lot of mushrooms, so I'm gonna put a lot of mushrooms. Okay, so I put a whole cup. Put pretty much a whole cup of mushrooms in. And we're gonna taste it again. What? It's got punch, got some pizzazz. So, if it is too salty, if you put too much salt in it, and you have a little bit more space in your pot, you can put a little bit more water. Because I don't really like salt, but I understand that you need seasoning to season your food. So it's good, but it's a little too salty for me. So I'm going to just pour like this much water in it because we still have to put the ground turkey in. Alright, so we're going to have this cooking. This is going to cook. We're going to turn this on low, put it on the back burner, and we're going to get these ground turkey together. So ground turkey always looks really disgusting to me, but this is like the most healthiest alternative to ground beef. Like I really don't eat ground beef unless I'm like going to Jack in the Box or something. I haven't gone there in a while either, but when I do eat beef, it will be at a place like there. So with this, I like I said, big chunks. So we're going to like chunk it into not too big chunks, but we're going to make sure that we have a substantial size chunk, okay? Okay, so that, maybe cut these in another half. Let that cook. We're gonna turn it on high. And again, we're going to season these as well, this ground turkey, with some seasoning salt. So we're going to put about that much seasoning salt, some pepper, and some Old Bay. That's what I usually put. we're going to like. We're just gonna let this simmer and cook, and yeah, wait for it to cook.